Noobs with general disturbance. This is an AT2. It's a tier 5 British tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Ghost Town Encounter, and it's under the command of D3al3r of the MRALM clan. Now this little beast can either have two guns. It can either have a 6-pounder, which is a 57mm main gun, or it can have a 3.7-inch howitzer. It's quite meaty in terms of the fact that it can put out a lot of firepower very, very quickly. Its fire rate is prodigious. 2.21 seconds is the standard reload. This one has got 2.29, so probably not 100% crew and not fully upgraded yet. Now basically this was designed by Nuffield on the 15th of May 1943, so it was a mid-war design. They didn't actually go ahead and build any prototypes, but it was proposed and put forward. It's quite heavy, 44 tons. It hasn't got a particularly fast speed, only 20 kilometers an hour. What it does have is that massive fire rate and huge amounts of protection, which basically make it very difficult for enemy tanks to penetrate. The frontal armor on this hull is 152.4 millimeters, so even Matildas firing the APCR 2-pounder would have difficulty trying to get through the armor. They would have difficulty. It's also, on the sides, it's got 76.2, on the rear 50.8, so you can attack it if you go for its rear, but if you try to go for its front, you're in trouble. Now, as I said, incredible protection, takes a lot of punishment, it's got a fast fire rate, the aim time is good as well, and it's got a reasonable hit pool as well, 590 hit points in total. Now originally they were going to put a turret on the first design for the AT2, but they changed their mind in the end and decided to make it a casemate. Now this means that it is terribly reliant on keeping the tracks, because if it turns and gets tracked, it's limited in its ability to fire. It's only got 13 degrees either side of the center line, so if it's outside that 26-degree arc, it's in trouble. But just look at that, he's managed to take out a Panther D3al3r, and now he's going after the T28, and that T28 really doesn't stand a chance. In fact, he goes down, in fact, not to us, but to the IKV-103, and we did get one round into him. Now, he can sit here and dominate this cap area, and the IKV's coming in to help him. But it's going to be terribly difficult for the enemy to try and get their tanks in here. Now, there's no Arty in this game. Oh, he's decided he's not going to go in. He's actually going to go round and wipe out the enemy one by one. He wants the hit points. And the one he's coming up against is a Churchill 3, but oh, there's the enemy does have an AT2 too. And yeah, he's taking damage from that guy. So he's going to go round the corner and try and take out this Churchill 3. Here we go. Now, remember the Churchill 3's got a 57mm as well. It's the gun that the Soviets fitted. You can see it's 75 Alpha, 110mm of pen with the standard rounds. That's with the APCR. And with standard ammo, which is also here, he's got, oh, that's 110, that's the standard. The APCR, it's 180. So, yes, he can pen even heavy tanks. And this AT2 is about to come up against a nasty shock. He hasn't loaded the APCR yet, but just look at the way the standard rounds are going through. That was the wreck of the IKV. But this enemy AT2 is now in trouble, and there's nothing he can do really except find a wall, back up against it. But by the time he does, he's out the game. And okay, so we've got another kill. That's 3 now for D3al3r. Okay, we've got somebody else coming around the corner, and it's an M8. Oh dear me. And he goes down very quickly. We got hit in the rear by a tank destroyer, and oh, he's being bullied by the BT7 on his team. I guess he wants the cap points. There was somebody over here. In fact, there's two over here. We've got a Saab M43, and he can aim at that weak spot on the top with a little turret there, the cupola, and he'll go straight through that, no problem. In fact, that's the weak spot on the AT2, the cupola, because you can penetrate it. This tank has been nerfed by Wargaming, and apparently they are going to nerf it again because it's still OP as it is. Okay, Panzer Selbstfahrerfährte 1C. Tried to get the last... No, he couldn't get the one more. Oh, now he can. And that's another kill. So 5 kills now. There's only one enemy left. He's over on the other side of the battlefield. So it's beginning to look as if a Top Gun might not be possible unless... Oh, no, it's not possible. The game's over, and it's a victory for Dealer. I guess his name means Dealer of Death, because he certainly was in this game. That was the first ace tanker for Dealer in the AT2. When you get the scrolls underneath, that's the first time you've done it. So first ace tanker, congratulations. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. A fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually managed to get 5, one short of a Top Gun, and 1/3 of the enemy team. Got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He got 6. But best of all, he actually got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that one. And yes, he certainly did put out a lot of shells, even against his own kind, the AT2. This tank destroyer never got built. It's a real pity that it wasn't, but it was basically one of the designs that they actually were on the way to getting the Tortoise. So it was the starting point, you might say. And then obviously they moved up from there to the other designs like the AT7, the AT8, until they got to the AT15 and the AT15A. And then finally, when they finally got around to it, they got to the Tortoise. And that was the one that they settled on. They thought that they would go ahead with. But this is a tough little nut to crack at tier 5. Let's have a look at team score and see what he did. 2,123 hit points of damage went to Dealer. Second highest damage was the IKV-103, who sadly got taken out by the enemy AT2. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the Panzer F2 on his team, who got 1,470. Both of them got killed. When it came to kills, we can see that Dealer managed to get 5. 3 kills went to the T67. He's the one who actually killed the Wolverine. That would have been his 6th kill if he got close enough. 2 kills went to the IKV-103, the Panzer F2, and on the enemy team, their Honey 3, their AT2, and their Wolverine all managed to do kills piece. When it came to base XP, he's got that one too. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,088 went to Dealer, 980 went to the Panzer F2, and 689 went to the IKV-103. So he was the only player to get over 1,000, and he did very nicely. So that's a good round in the AT2. He fired 39 rounds, 33 of them direct hits and 30 penetrations. 2,123 hit points of damage, of which 142 were at more than 300 meters. 5 hits received from the enemy, only 4 penetrated, 1 non-penetration, 110 hit points of damage blocked by armor. That was the single shot that failed. He actually got penetrated in the side by the AT2 as he was moving, trying to get to the Churchill 3. You see, as I said, the sides and the rear of the AT2 are actually fairly weak. So you want to keep your face to the enemy as much as you can. Mind you, if he had actually gone face to face with the AT2, the problem is he would have had the same difficulty trying to get through that guy's armor as he did, as the AT2 would have had trying to get through his armor. The best way to actually deal with it was to actually go after the Churchill 3, take him out of the game, and then to attack the AT2 afterwards and try and get behind him so that you could actually punish him. But of course, as I said, there's a weak cupola. So if you load up the premium rounds, you can actually normally aim for that cupola and go straight through. In fact, even the Churchill 3 aiming for that cupola could go straight through, and so can the 76mm gun on the KV-220 or the KV-1. So I've actually tried it. It does work. So you just need to be accurate and hit the weak spot, which is that cupola. So I hope you enjoyed that. The credits, well, on the premium account, he made 57,286. Actually, I didn't read out all the rest of it, did I? He got 110 block by armor, 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, 234 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 57,286 credits for the game. He got 25 bonds for a mission achievement and 3,264 experience points as well on a ×2 day. So, yes, a nice round with the AT2. As I understand it, I think he wasn't fully, his crew wasn't 100%. I think it was a sub 100% crew at the time. But it is a very good result. And look at that win 8, 11,137, which is Super Unicum standard. So if he keeps carrying on at this rate, it won't be long before he moves up to the next in line and starts trying that out. Hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, please give the video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And please be aware that I am trying to get through all the tank replays as well as the Arty ones, because of course our channel is fond of doing the Arty replays because most of the Arty viewers, but we do like getting these tank replays out as quickly as we can as well, because there is a market for those videos, and we will get them done as quickly as we can. Thanks for watching.